So guys, this was the moment Remi Tinubu was disgraced in Rivers State. We know she has been going about doing the Renewed Hope Agenda program. All of these are campaigns ahead of 2027. This time around, she stormed Rivers State, and Rivers State women staged a walkout. They all left the hall for Sheyi Tinubu singing, "We want Sim, we want Sim, we want Sim." They want Sim Fubara to come back to office. That is the reason for their protest. So guys, this is really a welcome development. Seeing these women shouting, "We want Sim." They purposely all came into that hall. The hall was jam-packed. So many people were there, but at the time they all stood up and started walking out, shouting, "We want Sim, we want Sim." What else could be more embarrassing than this? So this is also a message to Tinubu that Nigeria is a democratic country, and even these women, you might think they are just market women, they understand that Nigeria practices democracy. And for Sim Fubara to be removed and the sole administrator is there overseeing and even crossing his boundaries in terms of some of the duties he has been carrying out, it's enough for these women to stage their protest. So this was what happened. I'm going to allow you to watch the video, but guess what? Wike himself has come under fire for seen riding a new brand Rolls Royce to a party. This is at a time when Nigerians are struggling to breathe. In terms of, living well in this country. At a time when Nigerians are struggling to feed, to eat, to do simple things people have been doing for themselves. Wike is busy cruising in a Rolls Royce. So guys, these people, they think Nigeria is just a transaction. Anyway, let me allow you to take a look at these clips and let me know your honest reaction in the comment section below. Now take a look.
A federal minister driving a Rolls Royce to a party? You saw the video?
Yes, I did.
Are you kidding me?
Maybe he's alone only.
Well, the reasons why I haven't commented yet is that I want to be very careful. It's not as if maybe somebody gave him a ride. You understand what I'm saying? But he is at what I will call the owner's corner. But that is neither here nor there. But if it is true, Sheriff, anyway, let's wait and see.
Indeed, let's wait and see.
Do you think he owns that car? You saw the video?
I think so.
A minister of the Federal Republic who has been in public office for 20 years drives around now in a Rolls Royce?
I think so.
Brand new? I hope these guys don't push us to the limits. I just hope the optics of it was nauseating. And the question I ask myself is, what was at the back of the mind of that gentleman to show off to who? To show off that what? The minister that represents a government that cannot pay workers their minimum wage.
Exactly.
Stop this assault on democracy now. The Nigerian Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria unequivocally condemn Mr. President's hasty and unconstitutional declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State. This action blatantly violates the provisions of Part 2, Section 305 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, and constitutes an overreach of an executive power. The purported suspension of or removal of the governor, deputy governor, and the State of House Assembly is not only unlawful, but a direct assault on democracy. It sets a dangerous precedent, eroding constitutional governance and threatening the autonomy of national governments. No democratic society can strive where elected leaders are arbitrarily removed at the whims of the president. This reckless move should deeply concern every reasonable governor and citizen who believes in the rule of law. We, therefore, call on Mr. President to revoke this unconstitutional declaration in compliance with Section 305, Subsection 6 of the Constitution, which clearly outlines the legal process for declaring and sustaining the state of emergency. The President, as the constitution of the nation's executive powers, must exercise restraint, respect constitutional limits, and act in a manner that inspires national confidence rather than suspicion. Any decision that jeopardizes national security, economic stability, democratic governance must be reconsidered. Nigeria has suffered the painful consequences of political overreach in the past, and we cannot afford to repeat such mistakes. Beyond the political and legal implications, this unjustified state of emergency will have severe socio-economic repercussions on workers and the masses. It will disrupt economic activity, forcing business to shut down or scale back operations, lead to job losses, wage costs, and economic hardship for thousands of workers in both the formal and informal sectors, create an atmosphere of uncertainty, discouraging investment and slowing economic growth in Rivers State and beyond. Expose citizens to security risks, as history has shown that politically motivated state of emergency often escalate rather than resolve crisis. Accordingly, the labor movement will not remain silent while the livelihood of workers and the well-being of ordinary Nigerians are threatened by political machinations. Given this storied background in political struggle, we urge Mr. President not to betray his democratic credentials by engaging in actions reminiscent of military-era authoritarianism. Leadership demands wisdom, restraint, and unwavering commitment to democratic principles. We demand immediate reversal of this unconstitutional state of emergency in the interest of democracy, economic stability, and the welfare of Nigerian workers. Nigerian democracy must not be sacrificed on the altar of political expediency. Signed, Comrade Joe Ajeru, President of Nigerian Labour Congress, Comrade Engineer Festus Osifo, President, Trade Union Congress of Nigeria. Thank you.
You have seen it. This is what we are saying. When Wike say he is ready to die in supporting Tinubu, don't you know there are benefits Wike is seeing that is making, and Tinubu is believing that Wike is now like his political police, you know. Any state Wike wants to enter, he can enter and just get a chunk of opposition and give it to Tinubu. That's how Tinubu sees Wike, and that is why Tinubu is not ready to give up Wike. I mean, there's no pressure you can put on Wike, or you can put on Tinubu now for him to abandon Wike, and Tinubu will want to agree, because Tinubu sees Wike as his political, you know, will I call it, what will I even call it, you know? And they believe that with the person of Wike, with his personality and how he does things, Wike will be able to help them reach FCT, help them reach Rivers State and any other state. Like you've seen them start crossing their boundary to Bayelsa. I mean, Tinubu is trying to paralyze every PDP state. Even if they don't get them defecting to the APC, he will just destabilize the state. Have you seen what is now happening in Bayelsa State, where some people believe that Governor Dire is against them because they are supporting Wike and Tinubu, and thereby there is a split now in Bayelsa PDP. So you know what that means. So they are going to plant this seed of discourse across all the states in the federation, because Tinubu must come back in 2027. I'm just wondering, why is Tinubu not waiting for his work to speak for him? Why is Tinubu not waiting for his performance? Shebi, they say they've performed amazingly. You know, you can see what is here. One good turn deserves another. They said they've done well. They should allow their well to speak for them. Nigerians can vote them. Don't be surprised many people in the APC will not vote for Tinubu. With what is going on, have you gone to Benue? Have you seen people running away from their communities because of the herdsmen attack? And Tinubu's government is nowhere to be found. You just keep wondering if we even have a government in this country. So guys, a whole lot is happening in Nigeria today. The worst of it is that people don't care. Now you think of Wike at a time when Nigerians can barely eat. Wike is riding Rolls Royce. Corruption is the biggest challenge in this country. I mean, corruption. And sometimes they forget that we are just in this world, you know. Tomorrow you die and leave all those. Yes, you leave it for your children. But I tell you, it will not pay you anything that you deprive poor people, those poor people living in those communities in Abuja, those of them in Rivers State that you didn't care for, and you are busy living a big man life. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.